Alright, hey people, welcome back to my Starfield playthrough. I remember what was happening? What was happening last time? Oh yeah, the alien, the Terramorph, and we're gonna go I was doing UC stuff. Yeah, alright. We better get going then.
Captain, congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
I need heal ships. I actually have no idea how to heal ships.
Yes? You needed something? This is... I'm one of Mast's resources, and that any rule breaking.
Alright, whatever.
Take care now.
So wait, I'm encumbered for some reason. I'm wearing my spacesuit for some reason. Why am I encumbered? Oh, it's because the new equipment and armor and everything. Yeah. Okay. And I think I have too much weapons that I don't care about. Let's put them on Sarah for a while. Let me get my equipment. Wait, give me a second. I need to deal with something annoying. There you go. All right. Dealt with. We're gonna put some stuff on Sarah. We're gonna store.
Hey.
Stuff.
Dropping off a few.
Then. Oh, she has some stuff as well, which is problematic. Then we this one. Don't need that one. Yeah, this kind of useless. It only works on the first shot, isn't it? Doesn't it? Helmets. That's the apparel. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're fine here. All right.
Bye.
Let's make a quick run towards the lounge. Drop some things and sell some things from the inventory. Then we're off to continue the quest line on the UC stuff.
Now that we're here, perhaps we could spend a bit of time relaxing rather than planning?
No. We're only here to do some drop-offs. Jesus. I kinda wish the ship had, like, a better capacity to hold stuff. It's kind of weird that the ship... Oh, so this is where he sleeps. Kind of weird. He has the weird room. I mean... a fucking 2 doors in each side. And one side. Or what, you know, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, what is it?
Alright, let's
If
get
you
the
have
special...
any gear you want me to haul, I'm
Yeah, let's get it. Special stuff. Everything here is for sale.
Time to go?
Yes. Oh, fuck. Maybe that happens. Alright. Don't need this. 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 Spacesuits. I don't have a spacesuit. I should drop this off for sale. Is there like a place near, let's see, commercial, residential? I want to drop off some, I was looking for a handy way to sell stuff. I don't want to go to the closest. What's this storage? Let me actually look around this area. I never actually looked around. Although I find it kind of hassle if I just want to sell stuff. I wish there was like a better shortcut to that.
Hey, I've heard of you. The Explorer, right? You ever think of joining those Constellation folks?
I'm already a member.
Hey, watch for the engine blast, will you? They'll pull you right over.
It's not a place you can go to. Cargo. It's kind of weird that you have this ship that's so huge, and the only storage area you have is like the captain's thing, or whatever you call that. And the captain's thing has a limited amount of storage. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the kiosk where you can sell stuff, right? So I don't want to spend too much time like going back and forth. Yeah, this is the place where you can sell. Convenient. I'm guessing this is a generic farm, so I can sell it. Alright, let's sell stuff.
You've got something for me? I'll only carry the goods. Bye-bye.
It's a good thing I saw this. Don't really need these materials with me. Resources. Yeah, I'm guessing the resources also take up space. I need to throw some of them or move them somewhere else. Yeah, I think they do. Resources as well. Some stuff. Yeah, I think this takes a lot of space.
There's a huge difference between being prepared and carrying too much.
Well, if you make the experience less ass.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Good luck finding Barrett. Keep an eye out for Hella while you're at it.
Don't worry about it. Put all our resources here. I don't need them right now anyway. That's it? That's all the capacity there is? Jesus fucking Christ. I have a lot of aid items though. We sell the... Ship's kind of starting to get crowded, but it's fine. More the merrier, I guess.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
We're doing Vasco. Where does Vasco chill? He
Anything I
usually chills. Goes on the.
Help you with?
All right, let's go. Save and let's continue the quest line. I don't feel like doing the stuff related to. Yeah, I want to continue the. There you go. I want to continue this quest line. UC Vigilance. Oh, should I press R? Still not 100% used.
Can't believe Barrett snuck a transmission to us.
Still not yet used to the shortcuts.
Liftoff looks good. All systems.
I want to skip this. I don't have to watch this every single time, man. I mean, the first time is cool. The second time I was like, yeah.
Hell of a view from here.
Oh, that's how you do it. All right, we go back to Mars, basically. Forgot to rest up.
Tacos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
We got lots. How's it going? Can I help you? Man, sorry. All I know is that we're... And listen. Yo! This dude came in once. It was still alive. He had it in this... I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely... Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Oh man, no, I'm still new. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade. Yo, they pay my salary. Come back anytime.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, right. This is the area. Got it.
Can you
Boss.
believe people used to think the nearby mountain was...
Invoices can be collected from the...
Mars?
Oh,
Ridiculous, huh?
not here for a delivery, are you?
I was told a man named Walker works here.
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best.
Alright. What sort of discipline issue are we talking here?
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
Why would the miners hide him?
They were all devils. Red Devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
You don't sound particularly interested in fighting him.
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolutely necessary that we have to help them?
Not really. How much does he owe?
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
I'll see what I can do. Just tell me where he has last seen. I don't know. These guys might end up being useful for me, but let's see.
Oh, I can't believe you're helping them. What a stupid waste of time.
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit. If anyone...
Alright, let's reload that. I don't like how that turned out. Didn't expect her to be so angry about it. But okay.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a miner.
I like how janky she runs.
Sometimes it feels like the use.
Invoices can be... Oh.
But there'd be no UC if it hadn't been for Mars.
Worked.
A shame, too. Not the sort of... I invested no. But then, I presume them. But, at this... They were all devil. I presume enough. Dr. Walker decided... Something his Perhaps a little too severe. That's correct. He did leave it.
Oh, I loathe the tree.
Why? I don't recall the... So if you...
I'm not your bill collector. I just need to know how to find him.
I couldn't have put that better myself.
Pity.
Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Wait, where's... Oh, there. The fuck?
Time
Yeah,
is money, love, so if you've got something to say.
Man, this place looks like a trash hole. What the hell? I thought they colonized this part of the city for a long... Well, it seems like they're still working on
I
this.
can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
Welcome to Sidonia. Stay out of my way.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got. Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
What do they mean by this? What's up with Aquila? Although they were talking to me, they were telling me to go to Aquila anyway.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some stray wants with Walker?
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
I'm making a delivery for Hadrian Sanon. Look, I even have the proof she sent me.
That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend.
You and Percival were both Red Devils. Can you tell me about them?
Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough. Reliable. That's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils. And didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with Xeno weapons got shelved, Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory.
How do you suggest I go about clearing Percival's name?
Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable,
Time to hack her, man.
a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this is a road we should travel.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. Me? Nah, infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it, before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them.
They're basically space death claws, man.
Armistice hurt us more than
although
most.
the swipe didn't hurt me any bit, so I'm
Wasn't all
like, yeah,
bad
whatever.
that came out of that agreement.
I'll see if I can get rid of that depth.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you. Maybe Hadrian's friend. Come here.
Alright.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right?
I'm going to try to.
Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the trade authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
Projects? Were you guys making chems or something?
No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some.
Aqueous hematite. What's that?
It's mostly iron in about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new. And we think we found a use for it.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big.
I presume there's a reason you haven't handed it over already?
Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is leading.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research.
Sounds like my
Then we can give it over to the
plan.
trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
Spacers.
A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what they've decided is theirs, even when it ain't. Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know?
What happened to the jobs on Mars?
Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star Yards. After the Colony War, Armistice meant they needed a lot fewer warships. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here.
Awful lot of work to avoid buying a pillow, but sure, I'll help.
Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
I'd rather do that, man. I'm more of a... I wanna shoot some things, and I get money out of it. And my partner doesn't want like me. Wait, what's this?
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Stop.
Remember our last conversation? When you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor.
You never mentioned your predecessor to me before.
Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back.
Aja
Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first.
Aja must have been quite an amazing person.
She absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
The rookie being paired with the chair sounds awfully familiar.
Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most.
I can relate to that.
Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone.
Cozy isolation?
Yeah, you know, being alone in interstellar space, nothing but light years of black around you. Some people find that terrifying. I find it comfortable. It helps me bond with my shipmates.
So I've noticed.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her
What happened to
dearly.
her? So, is she dead?
No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions.
I'll do my best I can to make our journeys just as pleasant.
Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you.
I'd like to discover more about what we have right here.
I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone.
Oh no, you just know she has some issues.
If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.
Oh no. It's over. It's over. Wait, okay, let's focus on the stuff we need to work on. Alright, got
Ways to connect with others, or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
What the hell? What the hell is this?
Things can get pretty glum around here. If you... ever need a little joy, go talk to that Renee kid. She's always trying to make me happy.
Who the fuck is Renee? Why is there 2 quest markers?
Got any? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Okay, sure. We'll take care of any holes, broken.
I probably didn't even need that, but okay. I just felt like it. $1,000. Kind of weird they don't have vehicles here, considering there's this is like an exploration game across different planets, and you know there's a huge amount of distance from going from place to place. It's kind of weird, you know, I had that set up. Like this isn't like Fallout. I mean, think about it. Skyrim and Oblivion had vehicles in the form of a horse. This game, you'd think they'd have one, right? It makes sense to have one. They don't. Like it takes a while to get from one place to another. Unless I missed out on, like, there is a way to do that, but I just didn't know. Boring.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
How do you switch to a hand scanner? Actually, I'm not gonna switch to a hand scanner. I don't need to make an outpost yet. I have no idea what an outpost is supposed to do other than like create like resources. And so far, I haven't found a reason to need it. Maybe eventually I will. But right now, I'm probably at the point of the game I don't really find much use. What's this? Alright, I did see someone.
It is much more comfortable inside the ship. Maybe we shouldn't stay out here for too long.
We haven't even get started yet. I want you to chill out. Oh, there you go. I won't miss. Oh no. Come on. Come on. And go down.
If you're searching them, make it quick.
Yeah!
I'll be right back. Cool. I don't even have a weapon that uses like fuse.
Stock up on junk. Well, this is a sneaking mission. I just remember there is like this particular skill for sneak, right? Fitness, stealth. Yeah, I should do this. I should get this one.
access stairs lead deeper into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface.
Don't worry about it. Figure it out. I think I'll get the beat. Yeah, I want to improve my scope.
Bring it on!
I realized that the best traits for me is playing this alone while using a sniper rifle.
I'm going to end you!
What's she fighting? Where's the other dudes? Yeah, actually, that's how I play even Fallout New Vegas and Fallout. I tend to make a stealth character and just shoot really from a distance. But I guess I gotta start with a build and then start with that in mind. Started out thinking about, because I read the lasers are widespread, and then I rarely, I mean I do have like some laser weapons, but I don't have a laser sniper rifle. So far I've been dumping in ballistics, and I think that's the way to go for now. I don't even know what's the strongest laser rifle here. It might even be like something like a railgun type of sniper rifle, which means maybe ballistic is the way to go, but we have to see how far weapons can go. I do want to get the better scope because magnification is going to be useful for how I play. Some of them were using literal shotguns. They were trying to shoot me from a distance using a shotgun. Good luck with that. It's fucking retarded, man.
Let me upgrade the sniper skill, but I do want to actually get the sneak skill to add with that. Yeah, starting out with sneak would have been nice. I think I can still make it. I mean, it's just like level, still low level. Level 7, 8. What am I right now? 8. Still fine. Oh, I see. So they were trying to use this as a sniper rifle, as a rifle, but their range is so shit. So this someone might help. Suit protection depleted. Interesting.
Something you need? I'd be happy to carry a few things for you.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually a nice one.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe getting
to the miners' living quarters.
sneak wouldn't be so
I
bad.
can't imagine having to live almost every waking moment underground.
Stop. Alright, let's wait for it to cycle back.
Damn it, she's picking us off.
Yeah, maybe getting sneak isn't so bad. Come on, show up. Yeah, I'm gonna get sneak next level up. As much as I want to get sniper, having like a
valuable?
One down!
I think that's all. Should be fine now. Oops. I hate they're next to each other. Locked. Oh wow, they were making good food. Alien jerky, what the fuck? Dude, shit. Wait, what? I have no. That's Bethesda for you, man.
Hey there. Time to get moving. Yes?
That looks pretty useful there. Wait, that is useful for me right now. Oh, this is the, I know this one. It's kind of like the one in Mass Effect. I mean, Fallout. When you get like, fucking, recon sneak suit thing. This is useful. This is actually very useful for me. Although I can't move with it, it's still fine utility. As long as it don't move, I should be fine. But I think I'll get like sneak on the next one, so I could like
I'm gonna go sneak next time.
That part of the life form should prove useful.
All right.
What was that?
Come on, stop moving.
Let's do this. Hey, that's not fair. Time to die. Don't let him get away.
I have no idea what we're shooting at.
Look at all this old drone equipment left here to rust. Not surprising though. Mining lasers rendered these machines completely obsolete. See if they've got any weapons or ammo. What can I help you with? Bring me anything useful?
Oops, I mean.
Talk to you later.
How do we get down?
Well, we clearly can't get through this way. Perhaps we should try making our way down using the caves in the back of the area.
Cave she's talking about. I don't get it. There's like caves and where? I have no idea where she's talking. I have no idea what the place she's talking about. The back area. Kind of confused. Does this game have like local maps? Because this is confusing me. I kind of don't know where to go. What? There's no way to open like a map within a local area in this game? What the fuck? Even Oblivion had that. Look, Oblivion, Skyrim. Maybe I don't know. Oh, right. Okay, fine. I didn't realize this. She was referring to this game. Ooh, I can mine stuff here. Some minerals. Oh, this is the...
There's still quite a bit of mineral wells down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more. Looks like we're in the clear.
Ooh, jeez.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Come on. Maybe we can finish that person off. we're done. Let's go explore a little bit then.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
I know where to get the thing, but got a couple of people down here, their bodies rather, and them.
Exploring these mining operations has given me a new appreciation for the risks Dusties take to make a living.
I wasn't Dusty before, so you would. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Let's do the, let's look for some minerals. Oh, there it is, the body.
Glad to haul whatever you need.
Oops. Let me get that, get that back.
Until later.
set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
I wonder if this also works on the key a while ago. The lock door that requires a key. I'm guessing there's another side quest that would have allowed you to just enter the exit instead of what I did and go through the entire level. Or whatever. That would have probably taken someone to, you know... actually talk to everyone and they'll find out there's a waste room area. You know what I mean? That I feel that's how it would have went. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be also like a waste room exit as well. Anyway, let's go to. Yeah, maybe this or I don't know. Huh. Is it really that this game doesn't have vehicles? It's kind of weird that they don't. Because considering the distances you travel, you know? It's kind of weird they don't.
Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient and that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. how this is gonna... Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Alright, cool. I have to say, I'm pretty sure this is one of those persuasion bullshit. Or this requires like, I don't know if this requires some mercantile skill or some sort of shit. You know, typically these games have some skill associated just for that. Let's see.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers.
I just cleared that out
So
for you,
I've
bro.
heard. Really? Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug? Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped. Well, it seems we have a deal.
He knows it's worth more than
And
his
here,
death.
a finder's fee from the authority.
I think he's willing to give me some finder's fee, quote unquote,
for a discovery
just to
with
keep me
some
quiet about this.
Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road.
Still reasonable.
Just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, I have a copy of it anyway.
If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again.
Well, that's done.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there, but it sounds like you might have already tossed those drakes. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Oh my god. The fucking...
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're alright.
Fucking hell. Alright, fine. Do this bullshit over again. At least there's a fast warp there. Fucking hell, son. This is a game. I could have sold some stuff there. That was in the trade authority. Forgot about it. Never mind. It's fine. Why did they make a huge area like this? Am I gonna get a standoff where I fight like waves of spacers or something? It's kind of weird that there's something like this. This is a huge area. This kind of makes me feel like something's about to happen. That's what I feel.
Must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? A fast-growing terramorph. That is concerning. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Maybe I should have started with Hadrian's name. That always works. Yo.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
Science clothes.
Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the dead. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Yo, I'm assigning this to myself.
Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen,
I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. And for good reason. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should.
Wait,
which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
But you said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one's odd terramorph so scary?
Because until now, the terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Orders are to take you in that analysis to Hardius. You should be waiting at the 6th circle.
The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Yeah, I feel like this place has like there might be a quest line involving fighting some. Wait, what did he do just now? The fuck? Yeah, I feel like there's a quest line involving
Sample's safe. You got my word. Someone spilled the beans, huh? Yeah, Hadrian and I. We're both former Xeno warfare. But it's been almost 20 years since the UC cut us loose. Since then, well, I've just been trying to make ends meet. Picking up jobs as a lab tech, a physician, a vet. Not a lot of folks excited to hire someone with a past like mine. Which is why, when the Trade Authority offered to bring me on as a consultant, I leapt at the chance. Guess I should have spent a little more time on that fine print.
Be honest with me, how bad is that sample as a match for the ones from Londinian?
It's certainly not good. Terramorph attacks don't bother us in our daily lives because they're so infrequent. Londinian was horrible, but it was one rare exception. Another sample, though, gets us one step closer to it becoming the rule, which means we need to get this information into the right hands as soon as possible.
What do you do to get Octai and the Trade Authority so upset with you?
The ultimate sin. I cut him out of a deal. Medicine can get tight on Mars. Mining's plenty dangerous. So I cooked up some meds on the side for an old friend who was running low. Well, that friend told her friends. Before I knew it, I'd become Mars' go-to black market pharmacist. Trade Authority eventually found out and wanted a piece of everything I'd sold. And then some. It was at that point I decided to take my leave of absence.
So this place, Lou mentioned it's the old Red Devil's HQ, right?
That's right. UC shuttered it after the war, but I just happened to remember the access codes. Figured no one else was using it. Plus, I knew the security was good enough, that the Trade Authority couldn't just come waltzing in the door even if they figured out where I was. So, I set up shop. Lou hooked me up with some supplies when I first came down. Damn good thing he did, too. Since once those spacers moved in, I was on my own until you showed.
Cool. Let me look around the place. Might find something useful. A weapon workbench would be useful to have right now. I want to upgrade my weapon. Research station. Oh man, they used to keep some here. Okay, look at that. Yep, this is a research facility as it is.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now. I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
I hope it isn't bad news.
It's just a list of requests, but when you read between the lines, it's obvious my absence is causing issues.
Feel like you're ignoring your responsibilities? It's not like... Are you receiving these messages often?
No, it's the first time. But the fact that they're reaching out, well, it's given me a lot to think about.
It's not so much in the message itself, it's what it represents.
Exactly. But let me back up a bit so I can explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
Let's see. What exactly was the Navigator Corps?
It was a branch of the United Colonies Navy, a small fleet of ships outfitted for galactic exploration. Basically, a military version of Constellation.
What does this have to do with a message from the Lodge?
If you want to help, I feel like I need to give you some background. Just bear with me.
Must have been painful considering that was your department.
Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
That sort of bureaucratic nonsense is exactly why I left it all behind.
Well, perhaps it was easy for you, but my obligations to the UC didn't allow me to simply pick up and leave. Sorry. Things are tough for me right now, and I need you to listen.
Okay.
You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed, because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil.
Your division never had a single discovery?
That depends on your definition of significant. Discover a rare neutron star, and no one cares. But slap a picture of a kooky alien life form on SSNN, and suddenly you're a goddamn rock star. It's all about the propaganda, what gets the people excited. That's what the United Colonies was focused on at the time.
Nonsense. No one would have pushed harder than you.
That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know.
So this message
You're taking it as a sign of things to come?
Yes, maybe. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
You're afraid that your absence will cause Constellation to collapse.
Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it.
Don't worry, Sarah. We'll figure this out together.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
I'm just gonna pick the flirt option here.
Look, it's clear that you have feelings for me. It's just...
I'm just making shit up.
I've never
I don't
had time
actually.
for this
I'm
sort
just
of
making
thing
shit up.
in my life. Please, it's not you. It's me. I'm just not ready to get that close. I can't. Not now. But thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Yeah, I'm not actually trying to aim for like a romance option over here or whatever. It's more like just like when I see the flirt option, I feel like let's make a I feel like taking the joke option. I'll be right back. Restroom break. Let me explore the lab, the HQ before we go back to this circle place.
Alright, let's do a little bit more exploring. You know what, maybe I should take those choices seriously. I was thinking it's too early to be doing those. Whatever. Just having fun. Oh, this is interesting. I should work on the research of those. We'll go back to the research thing. I'm pretty sure there's a weapon workbench here somewhere. It's possible we don't. I mean, this was a military base. Oh, there you go. Perfect. I need to work on the research stuff. Yeah, but that'll be a little bit later because I want to focus more on like this guy leaves the refrigerator open. Why? Where's the science thing? Yeah, I need to work on the research stuff. I can't remember where the science thing is. I was looking at it. There you go. Research section. Alright. Basic design. All in it.
some equipment. No matter. Alright, let's go. There's no more reason for us to stay here. At around 6:30, no, rather 6:30, I'll need to order some food. It's 5:59, so almost 31 minutes-ish. 31 minutes. No, make that 30, it's just 6 o'clock. I'm guessing this place is one of your first areas where you could like call your own base, because this feels like one of those beginner missions, quest lines.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor.
52 hours of that
Come crying to me if
nice.
anything happens to you.
Oh wait, while we're here, might as well try to sell some stuff, right?
Take your time. We got lots of stuff. Cool. That's what we do here.
Buy ammo. Oh, this looks nice.
Come back anytime.
Sorry, I need the stuff.
I'm listening. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I can keep those.
Goodbye.
Hey, welcome to the Sidonia. Sounds like a plan. I can also take stuff off your hands too, if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, let's get you hooked up. Yo, stay good out there.
Cool. All right, let's head down.
A new novel written by...
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd.
Lou gave me the abridged version
eyes.
of what went down.
We don't belong here.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you.
But you know,
I'm just glad you both.
You know, I
came
killed
through
Terra Mars before. I killed the Terra Mars
So,
before, so
were you two able to get that work up together?
Should be just fine.
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Kind of awkward.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. It can be a daunting experience. Which is why I wanted to make sure, before you agreed to anything, we gave you the whole truth. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Still doesn't explain what this Terramore data is doing in the archives.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Well, when did the cabinet agree to help us?
I mean, I hope they will. But accessing the archives, it's not 100% up to them. They'll also need the consent of the other signatories of the Colony War Armistice, the Freestar Collective and House Varun, in order to unlock it.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Okay, then let's go talk to this cabinet.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it. Yeah. You're nervous about speaking to the captain? Yeah, I would be too.
Thank you for your daily contribution to our prosperity.
Was that Percival walking through there with you? Oh, glad to see he's still kicking.
You look hurt.
Just be honest with the captain. They can deny the truth, but that doesn't change.
Deluxe condos aren't anything special.
Oh. Hi there.
What's up with her eyes? What the fuck? What's up with her eyes? I can imagine there's going to be a firefight of some sorts. If it's not, it doesn't seem abandoned, so might not be as bad as it would think it is. Normally it would say abandoned.
To my crew position.
No, they never said anything about it being abandoned or not abandoned.
Engines firing. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized.
All right. Shit. I wish there was like a quick button to remove your spacesuit, or at least they automatically remove your spacesuit if you wanted. There was an option set to remove it if you wanted to.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
Uh-huh.
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral.
Oh yeah,
of the UC
they
during the Colony
executed the
War,
dude.
former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly,
Well,
isn't
there's
even
an excuse
really
to
the
have
right term for our
King
relationship,
Arthur come out as a
thanks
woman
to
now.
the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're
Or rather, be a sword.
inextricably linked. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young, training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
What did your father do to merit being executed?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of
Oh yeah,
Cheyenne.
that's so messed up.
A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
You're not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss?
Should have been
I
Morgan.
know you got
not
dropped
King
into the
Arthur.
middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
You're telling me there's going to be a lot of quests. So honestly, what are the risks of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Any suggestions on what I should say to the cabinet?
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Are you willing to tell me any more about your father?
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of Guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Your eyes, they're red. Is that a result of the cloning process? I actually have to ask that same question to myself because my eyes are red.
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
I also have the same eyes, so that means I was from Mars.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the
Oh shit, here we go.
chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Maybe you gotta use my fancy outfit. Or I could go in as scouting, fighting cowboy, wearing a fucking white beater in a fucking event. This is like going to the what do you call this in Oblivion? The White Tower. This is Mass Effect all over again, man. Alright, and then we're gonna get some sarin bullshit all over again. I've seen this so many times.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Just following orders.
Well, I'll be sure your commanding officer hears that you've done them satisfactorily. Now then, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without the data, which makes sense, which is true.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Talk about. I only know what I was told. Its tissue matched ones from the Londinian.
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to...
Where's the part where you're supposed to present the data? I had data, right?
Would you grant the request made to open the archives?
It doesn't matter if it can be weaponized or not. The archives need to remain sealed for now. There's no reason to...
That?
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be...
Wait, let's...
You and I are in... So, if there are no other...
Oh, shit. I was actually surprised that, Sorry, I didn't like that option. But whatever.
Ah, welcome. Well, now then, we have two petitioners. Access to the use... a request. Now, Captain, perhaps you could... That is...
Madam President, while no one would argue, they've been happening to demand seems at best.
I would remind the chief diplomat. I would also ask, because if tragic...
Let's keep this... And while there should be no doubt, Chief Yassine has a point. I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Personally, I would wait. We don't have enough information yet. There's a chance. We don't want to be too hasty about this.
Agreed. We collect as much data as we can, then, when cooler heads prevail, we make an informed decision.
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy-affecting decision on such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've recognized that.
That works.
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures...
I'm to get ready.
evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
Nice.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain,
all right, that's all the evidence I need.
let's get down there. We're needed down at the spaceport.
Did they say there was an attack?
Base Marines. You can't use sniper rifles on these things, or rather they're less effective. The current one that I have is not as effective. All right, I'm supposed to order. Wait, I'm supposed to order right now food. Let me do that. Where the fuck's my phone? I already have an idea. I want to eat some Taiwanese snacks. Snacks. Would the term snacks be appropriate? It would be more like I want something too fancy, but I want a Taiwanese. I hear when not taro. Let's not go taro. Let's go for black tea. Black tea. Black milk tea. There we go. Oh, let's get going.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! That's it! Now hit him with everything you've got! Take him down. Stop! Bring it on. Damn it! I don't even need a gun. Can't take much more of this.
Can I help? Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag.
Oh shit, she doesn't have. Yeah, I only have one EM weapon.
So long.
Not me! We have to help them!
Where do I get more EM weapons?
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence.
Oh, that's...
I
Okay, that's the worst kind of...
know.
I don't understand that why Terramorphs
were
are
down
really
at the port,
dangerous.
and they just
They have
started
they have the ability to make people berserk as well.
We tried to
That's
restrain
really
them,
dangerous.
get them on the train to get them out
Jesus.
of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. I'm not jesting. It's documented.
Oh man, documented me.
The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them. But still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terramorph.
So does it mean I need to worry about you turning on me?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terramorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to
Do you have additional EM weapons? My buddy needs, like, I don't want to accidentally kill these people like that. I'm not going for a murder playthrough.
as far as I know. Surprised Sarah wanted to slash that thing. Alright, sneak.
Hot eggs, buds. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the land, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. One fire team to spare, and whatever supplies you need, but can't risk them taking over any more women. Put those things down and do it fast. We hold them as best we can.
Something for me? Bye for now.
Looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. We're not afraid, but we'll... Roger that. We're on you.
You gotta keep that EM rifle handy.
What is it? Want to see what I'm carrying? Maybe another time.
Alright, lock and load.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Nice.
Target in sight! Move up! Keep the pressure!
Take out the hostile!
Gang down.
You make a decent field biologist, Captain.
My appetite.
Like how everyone's speaking with me.
The city's safe. That's what's important.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
If only the fire team had been so lucky. Not in a million years. Another attack, just as we're making our request. It's insane.
Yeah, the timing is so
If this
coincidental.
doesn't convince the cabinet to proceed with our request, I don't know what will. Almost hard to believe. Suppose we were just in the right place at the right time.
You've got something for me? If you have any gear...
The hell's the Orion? Oh my god, this looks like a nice wood. I'm keeping it.
Bye.
Oh, he died eventually. Shit. Space Marine.
Thank the heavens you're back in one piece. I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The cabinet's already got a plan in place to make sure attacks like this never happen again.
Can't happen soon enough. Thank you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
If you hadn't been here, better...
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
It got so damn many.
The shaking. That stops eventually.
Fucking nice microgun.
Right.
I'm surprised that the dude actually just died. Man, I wasn't like ready for him to die. I saw him. He was walking things. He was walking.
Bring me
off.
anything useful?
So I thought he was gonna be okay, but he died.
Have something for me? So long.
Not now. Okay?
Jeez. But this is an interesting quest line I'm enjoying so far.
They said you all saved the city down there. Thank you.
Whole building's on lockdown.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today.
Happen again.
As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner.
We literally just had the
Now,
meeting just before the
After
attack.
today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your
But that
collection
timing's
of
so
the Terramorph
weirdly
data from the
coincidental.
archives.
I hate
Well,
that. I hate that shit.
subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks.
I consider that
But to
terrible
accomplish those
storytelling
goals,
if
We're going
it
to
relied
meet the
on
right people
coincidence.
in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play
looks
ball.
like we know where to go.
Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be
It's me,
that
Commander
representative.
Shepard. Shepard.
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
That feels also like that doesn't also feel like, I don't know, man, for like diplomatic. The guy who killed so many terror wars, he's the guy. Is that right? No, it would make at least sense that you send someone who is who works as a diplomatic coach or something, because
We see your atypical background as a strength, not a hindrance. The people you'll be dealing with, they're rather atypical themselves.
what's that supposed to
In
mean?
exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Citizen.
So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course,
I actually don't know what's the
won't be
benefits of being a
without
citizen.
the proper
but okay.
support.
Oh, there you go.
McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Damage to the spaceport.
I'm gonna go check
Costs of
with
this
Chief
attack
Engineer
are greater than
Kulkarni.
I like how everyone just
Putting a plan together for that. We're on the cutting edge of technology here. It's an exciting place to be. It's quite the conundrum you two have uncovered, but we'll get to the bottom of it.
just straight up augmentations. Nice. Augmented.
Hello. Was it really Terramorphs in the city?
Pardon.
Yes?
These orders can't be... Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre.
I can tell she doesn't like
Chief Yassine's
she
second.
doesn't like me already.
I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct? It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. It won't be.
Both
Already
ambassadors have reasons they won't.
Yeah, they wouldn't care about like an
Work
attack
with us.
on like a different
No.
faction.
I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
Yeah.
Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
I'm actually much more curious about House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Wow, what's wrong with
these
House
days,
Varun?
they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive.
Wait, what?
His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
What is this supposed to mean?
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Wait, has no one actually been inside the embassy?
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
What do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Tell me about Ambassador Ratcliffe with the Free Star Collective.
Ah, the good Ambassador Ratcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
All right, tell me about these other tools then.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Are any other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
What can you tell me about the staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
That's all the info I need for the moment on Ambassador Ratcliffe.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Ratcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain. Welcome back. Everything going well with the ambassadors?
Nothing else I needed for the moment.
Good luck then, Captain.
All right, I'm gonna have dinner, and I'll be back after dinner. So maybe an hour or one hour and 30 minutes. Just gonna eat. We're gonna continue this quest line. I'm liking this quest line more. Although the only reason I'm liking this quest line is because it reminds me so much of Mass Effect. But the other stuff, I'm kind of so-so at the moment.